There's a massive problem with the world's largest Magic the Gathering retailer. And no, it's not your local game store or even mine. I'd venture a guess to say it's not even TCG Player, where we track the sold listing of every single sealed product for major releases. No, the big problem is with Amazon, its disruption to our Magic the Gathering community and our little economy that we built over the better part of 3 decades, and what it's doing to our confidence in a product that we know and love. We're going to talk about a lot today, including not only the moment it happened, but a possible solution to the issue. So if you like conversations like this, stay tuned. I've got a lot to say. All right, let's get into it. Buying and selling Magic the Gathering products was the same for almost 30 years. Distribution sold boxes to hobby shops and local game stores, and we, frankly, spent all of our time there, bought some product, played our favorite game, went home, and couldn't wait till we got the opportunity to go back. But in recent history, Amazon and Wizards of the Coast, maybe themselves, have entered that chain along different points, and it has caused extreme disruption to the way that not only we buy and sell products, but how our community exists as a whole. So today it's time to talk about what that problem is, and yes, as I promised, we are going to pinpoint the exact moment in time when it happened. So if you like stuff like that, make sure you're subbed. It's like 80% of people that watch these videos aren't subbed. Click the sub button. And then finally, we are going to talk today about what it's going to take to solve this major issue, get some balance back into our community, and spoiler alert, it actually doesn't involve pulling Magic the Gathering off Amazon.com. I know, that's going to be a wild one. But for those who don't know, the major problem is the fact that Amazon.com is selling Magic the Gathering products directly to consumers, and theoretically, some theorize this just is Wizards of the Coast selling products directly to you and I at extremely low prices. And what this means is this has removed the confidence that consumers like you and I have in any product. Hey, think of the release of the collector booster box for the most recent set that we are looking at, Wilds of Eldraine. When you go down and you buy a collector booster box for Wilds of Eldraine, you spend $200 at your local game store, and that product becomes available on Amazon for $90 to $110, like we've seen Dominaria United and Streets of New Capenna. You not only lose confidence in buying that product or the value of the cards inside, but you lose confidence in purchasing product for that local game store. Even if you fully understand the situation, everything that's going on, and why products on Amazon are so much cheaper than your game store can give you, it doesn't necessarily feel great to spend double a product's cost, and it's also at no fault of your local game store. Your local game store is suffering here. They are trying to give you an experience that you know and love. They're trying to sell you reliable products, and I'm going to say it into this microphone. It's a message that we perpetuate on this channel, and I know it's taboo to say, but we're gonna go for it anyway. Game stores are supposed to make money. You're supposed to not pay cost for the products that you get at the game store. They have to keep their lights on, keep their doors open, pay their employees that service all of our beautiful communities, and this has become extremely difficult with this Amazon cloud hanging over our head. Now, this issue is something that didn't really slowly occur and slowly happen. These problems in our community seem to have snapped into existence like some reverse Thanos move, and I can actually pinpoint the moment that I theorize it happened, and I want you to tell me in the comment section if you think I'm right. In recent history, Wizards of the Coast has said, you know what, we did a great job. Imagine that, Wizards of the Coast pat themselves on the back, but they said they did a great job, and I actually agreed with them a bit here. A Magic the Gathering box for almost 25 years cost relatively the same amount. There have been fluctuations here and there, but $100 could almost always get you a draft booster box of Magic the Gathering, at least in my lifetime. And recently they had come out and said, well, guess what? Things are more expensive. Inflation hits everybody, even us in our card games, and we are going to have to charge more for our boxes. And in a bubble, this is not a problem. This is not a bad thing. Hey, it's been 25 years. The price of the box goes up. Listen, I don't necessarily like it as someone who, I don't own a store. I don't have any kind of craziness going on. I'm just a regular guy, works a 9 to 5, has a family, and loves Magic the Gathering. I don't love to hear prices going up, but I understand that it has to happen. But the way that it happened is what kind of caused all this chaos in the system and led to the problem that we are discussing today. When the price increase occurred, they charged distribution more for boxes. Distribution in turn charged game stores more for boxes. But guess what? We, the regular consumer, rejected that. We said we are getting 10 to 12 releases a year. I think it was like 9 or 10 at the time of the announcement. We're just going to hold our money, kind of save, buy the cards we want, and we leaned into buying singles a lot. We didn't spend nearly as much on Magic the Gathering because we kind of rejected this idea. Oh, boxes are more expensive? No, I've always brought a $100 bill and I bought this box. Well, what this means is along that chain, your local game store, my local game store, they were left holding the bag. And that means that they couldn't move the Magic product at an affordable rate. They were charged more for it, but they couldn't necessarily turn around and charge us more as we weren't willing to pay. Now hold on to this idea. It's going to be crucial in the final part of this video, I promise you. But as we don't pay more for this product, your game store can't sell as much of this product. And when they can't sell as much of this product, well, they don't buy from distribution as much of this product, and so on and so forth up the chain. And this means as Wizards of the Coast print a ton of Magic the Gathering boxes to service a community of millions and millions of enthusiasts, well, those boxes are just kind of left hanging around. And while the good thing and the noble thing, in my opinion, would be for Wizards of the Coast to either put them like the Ark of the Covenant back into a storage warehouse and never to be seen again, or set them on fire and pretend that they never existed. No, Wizards of the Coast is a company and they need to make money on those boxes, but the distribution chain is already bogged down. Game stores aren't reaching out to distro to get more boxes. What can they do? Well, there is where our problem comes in. They are able to sell either to Amazon or through some partnership or whatever that behind the scenes chain looks like. I don't pretend to know, but those boxes leaking out to the community are not only coming in large numbers, but because they are seemingly coming directly from the stores, or at least directly through the Wizards of the Coast store, they can come at an extremely low price. They don't have to pay any of those fees that going up and down the chain would incur, and that means, hey, Wizards of the Coast maybe gets some money, maybe gets some of their money back, maybe doesn't make a single cent on another box, but they just don't have to pay storage for having them sit around. And this is the moment that confidence is wrecked. We go back to that initial idea where we don't feel like we can buy, stores don't feel like they can sell, and really the whole chain is disrupted. And we have to solve this if we are going to continue to exist in the local game store consumer distribution Magic the Gathering model that we know and love. But we don't have to remove Magic from Amazon to do so. Magic the Gathering on Amazon just needs to follow a set of rules, and this is where something like MSRP comes in. For those that don't know, an oversimplification, a vast oversimplification of MSRP is essentially a baseline price that partners and other retailers are allowed to sell the product for. Think of a booster box having an MSRP of $100. That means everyone who is Wizards of the Coast affiliated, partners, local game stores that are part of the WPN program, all of that, they can sell this booster box for $100. That is the lowest you're allowed to sell for, meaning you could sell for more popular products, but that's the bottom. And with that rule in place, it doesn't really change much for local game stores, but what it does is it says, hey, Wizards of the Coast themselves, other partners cannot go on massive online marketplaces and advertise it and sell these products for under that baseline that we've set. Let's stop here and mention it's going to happen. People will always go under the, always go behind the scenes, non-affiliated retailers, but for the majority of the sales, they will be locked in at that price. And this is going to add a little bit of confidence left when you buy a product from your local game store. If Wizards of the Coast was to turn around and sell that product tomorrow, you would know that it would come to you at, well, roughly the same price that you paid for it at your local game store. And hey, maybe there's a little exception. Maybe Wizards like, nah, we need to leave some for us. We are a bit greedy. We want $5 extra. We can go $5 under, but everyone else can play this. Like, yeah, that would be annoying. I wouldn't like that, but then you can always work out something. It doesn't come out at release. You got to wait like 6 months to do that, or whatever it might be. And hey, maybe even only having this rule in place for the first 6 months and letting it be the wild, wild west after that, like it is right now, might not be a bad idea either. But I think there is a world where Amazon can continue to sell Magic the Gathering, Wizards of the Coast can continue to offer products through that medium, and game stores can find a happy balance where we can return to buying products from our favorite places with confidence. And if you don't have a favorite game store, make sure you visit mine. MinMaxGames.com is a game store that is all about the player, all about the enthusiast, and I love not only their prices, but their approach to all these games that they support and the way that they build communities and keep the product flowing. Never upcharging, never downcharging, right where product needs to be, and that is what I love about MinMax Games. If you don't have a local game store, make sure you visit that. If you haven't yet, check out my channel membership. There's a video that's going live today about the worst Magic set of all time. time. We're talking about that with channel members. You get one exclusive video per week, custom emotes, channel badges. It's only $5 a month. If you want an extra video every single week, it's $5. Click the link in the description and definitely go check that one out. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you share this video on any social media platform, because as I'm scrolling through and I see conversations about these videos on like a Facebook group or a Discord group or anything like that, it makes me smile. I like to get it involved in those conversations and chat with everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out. Until next time, you all know me. My name is Josh, and well, we'll see you in the next one.